This is the brief on Luoli's incredible wins and rise in the Western Heaven continent. Okay, so we're looking at the end of this huge competition, right? Where one warrior's power just completely changed everything, setting things up for some really big chances. First off, Luoli just, wow, she dominated. She faced Ling Fei Z in that nasty blood moon attack, super powerful stuff. But Luoli's sword sliced right through it, beat Ling Fei Z no question. That made her the #1 Diji Jun warrior, basically the top fighter in her class. And then she just took out over 100 others. Second, she was strong and smart, really strategic. She gathered all these battle tokens, like entry passes and rewards. Instead of keeping them all, she shared them with her allies based on their help. Super smart move, earned her massive respect and loyalty. And finally, these wins led to this huge opportunity. Luoli, Mu Chen, and Ling Dong, now they're the new Continental warriors. That title gets them into a super rare energy cleansing. Think, massive power boost, maybe even hitting the legendary Tian Jijun level. For Ling Dong especially, this is like a dream scenario. So yeah, Luoli's strength, smarts, and generosity totally changed the game for the Western Heaven Continent's elite.
This is the brief on the Great Ruler's Purification Energy Challenge. Okay, so today we're diving into episode 502 of The Great Ruler. You've got our heroes Mu Chen and Luoli facing some serious odds, right? They need the super rare, powerful purification energy. It's key for leveling up their spiritual power, stuff that's been building up for ages. But the Battle Emperor just kind of threw out the rulebook and said, strongest takes all. It's turned into a total free-for-all. First off, the Battle Emperor's decision, it makes things incredibly unfair. He ditches the normal way of sharing this energy and just says, the weak are prey for the strong. This puts Mu Chen and Luoli, who are initial stage Earth sovereigns, powerful but not top tier yet, way behind Ling Tong, a full stage powerhouse. Ling Tong's expecting to grab way more than usual, maybe 6 shares. But Mu Chen, he's smart. He gets the Emperor to promise no one interferes. So second, you can bet it turns into a desperate fight. Mu Chen and Luoli actually grab 5 shares at first, matching Ling Tong. But Ling Tong, with his greater power, just starts hammering their defenses, trying to take almost everything. Even with Mu Chen using these cool spirit clones to slow him down, they're losing ground fast. Luoli's worried they'll end up with only 3 shares, which just isn't enough for the boost they need. Finally, though, just when you think it's over, Mu Chen pulls out a secret weapon. Ling Tong's gloating, thinking he's won with about 7 shares. Suddenly, Mu Chen whips out this ancient sword, hitting Ling Tong with power like a heavenly sovereign. That's the highest level, like the Battle Emperor himself. Ling Tong's defenses, gone. He's hurt, shocked, and while he's stunned, Mu Chen snatches back their energy, leaving Ling Tong with just 3 shares. Bam! Frozen in place, Mu Chen just gives him this epic, knowing smile. So it really shows Mu Chen's cleverness and hidden strength totally flipped the script on raw power alone.
This is the brief on The Great Ruler, episode 503. All right, so this episode, it dives right into the fallout after a major confrontation. Our guy, Mu Chen, he brilliantly outplays an adversary, setting himself up for some serious power-ups and recognition across this huge place called the Great Thousand World. First takeaway, Mu Chen scores this really clever strategic win against Ling Dong. He used a sword, yeah, but it wasn't the Flame Emperor's power Ling Dong feared. Nope, it was imbued with the Sky Emperor's leftover aura. Think heavenly sovereign level power, way above even Earth sovereign ranks. It totally terrified Ling Dong into retreating. This bluff didn't just protect Mu Chen, it cost Ling Dong big time in this vital purification process, left him with just 3 shares. Mu Chen then jumps into that purification himself, main body, 2 clones, and gets huge upgrades. Body, blood, energy, his Ki Ling plus, he reawakens his true dragon and true phoenix spirits. Nice boost. Second, news about the Continent Warrior selection just explodes across the Great Thousand World. Powerful groups are stunned, They can't believe Mu Chen, just an early-stage Earth sovereign, managed to dominate a battlefield full of late-stage guys. That feat, plus rumors linking him to the Flame Emperor, he's got everyone's attention. And Luoli, his companion, she's turning heads too, not just for her looks, but her rare, water-speared divine body and high rank on the divine bodies list. Big potential there. Finally, Mu Chen's actions ping the radar of the ancient Futu tribe, one of the really old, powerful clans. An elder, chilling on Jade Heart Island over on the Turtle Continent, recognized this distinct Buddha pagoda Mu Chen manifested. That's a super rare, powerful artifact, suggesting Mu Chen has Futu blood, maybe making him the calamity child they've been tracking. Definitely complicates things. So, Mu Chen's calculated risk. It's totally reshaped his path, pushing him onto a grander stage and revealing a lineage with some serious implications.
This is The Brief on The Great Ruler, Episode 504, The Futu Clan's Hunt and Mu Chen's Awakening. All right, let's jump into the super intense world of The Great Ruler. Yeah? We're talking powerful clans clashing, major loyalty tests, and our main guy's destiny just ramping up amid some serious danger. Okay, first up, we've got this really tricky mission, right? It's all about clashing loyalties. Elder Gua, from the big deal Futu clan, he orders this warrior, Long Shang, and this guy is incredibly strong, almost at the full Di Zhongzun level, like messes with space just by moving, to go grab Mu Chen. But here's the twist. Long Shang's hesitant because Mu Chen's linked to his own mother, King Yanjing. And, well, the Futu clan basically calls her a sinner and has her locked up. So Longshang agrees to go, but really only to keep Mu Chen safe, kind of pushing back against Elder Gua. Second, we find out about Ling Shi being imprisoned for 3 whole years. Longshang visits her in this dark pagoda where Elder Gua's kept her on Jade Heart Island. And Ling Shi reveals, hey, she came here because Longshang's mother was imprisoned in this exact spot once. You know, she's usually pretty calm, but hearing news about Mu Chen, she's suddenly full of joy and excitement. And finally, the really big news, Mu Chen's massive power-up. He finishes this 3-year purification, which felt like forever to him because of some localized time stuff, you know? He makes this huge leap, going from early Di Zhongzun way up to the late stage. This didn't just boost his power now, it set him up perfectly for potentially hitting even higher levels later. So now he's awake, way stronger, and totally senses the Futu clan coming. He's ready. So yeah, from deep clan politics and tough family ties to a crazy power jump, this episode really sets the stage for a massive showdown in The Great Ruler.
This is the brief on Mu Chen's latest challenges and some pretty shocking family revelations. All right, so we're diving into The Great Ruler episode 505. Basically, our hero, Mu Chen, bumps into this mysterious warrior, uncovering some deep family secrets and, yeah, a really perilous new challenge that needs his attention, like, right now. First up, let's talk about his mother's side, the ancient Futu clan. Okay? You'll see this warrior, Long Zhang, pop up from the clan. Seems hostile at first, but get this. He reveals he's actually super loyal to Mu Chen's mother, King Yanjing, because she saved his life. He even kneels to Mu Chen, calls him young master. So it proves not everyone in the Futu clan is against him. Longzhang shares that King Yanjing is imprisoned, but her power level is just immense, so she's safe, though she misses Mu Chen and his dad. Still, Mu Chen's very existence, definitely a major headache for the clan. Second, you'll be amazed by Mu Chen's power jump. Seriously. He fights Longzhang, who's almost at the very top deity tier stage, we're talking serious power, to a standstill. That's huge. His true dragon and true phoenix fists, they've hit that initial deity tier stage, letting him match Longzhang's fearsome power, shocking pretty much everyone there. It really signals how strong Mu Chen's gotten. He can definitely protect himself now, even against full-stage deity tier opponents. He's growing fast. Finally, just as you think things might calm down, nope, a deadly trap appears. Ling Shi, Mu Chen's companion, she's held captive on Jade Heart Island. And another powerful guy, Gu Si Huang, a full-stage deity tier user, reveals this using a jade slip, explicitly using Ling Shi as bait. Total villain move, right? Longzhang warns him, Jade Heart Island is basically a fortress, super strong, making this incredibly risky. But Mu Chen, he's filled with this pure murderous intent, absolutely determined to rescue Ling Shi. He sees this trap as his chance to turn the tables. So, Mu Chen, now armed with incredible strength and a surprising ally, is poised to walk right into a dangerous trap to rescue his friend Ling Shi.